I think I took a shit in my neighbor's lawn.
Yeah. Well, I love you madly, dear, and I need you badly, dear. Why did you leave me here without your love?
Oh, bro, I'm hurting.
Well, in bed each night I lie, and I think of you and cry, and I tell you one of love, bring back my love.
What am I thinking of? I thought the CEO killed himself.
Wasn't that like Boeing or something?
No, well, probably.
Yeah.
But
you know that story? Like, were they just killing people for like whistleblowing or whatever?
I heard.
Yeah.
Which is, here's what I don't understand about the law and just like the way society works. I get that you need evidence beyond a reasonable doubt to put somebody away. But when you're like, I think this person's shady, and then the person that said that dies the next day
Yeah.
by like being decapitated. Do we need more evidence than that?
Yeah. What I didn't really follow the story. I just heard like,
I didn't either.
yeah.
I just assumed somebody was
I
decapitated.
just saw the jokes online. And I was like, you know,
That's a good
you,
news source.
but like our guess is probably what happened. Like someone blew the whistle. There was like an orgy or something. Someone said something, and then next thing you know, like your house blows up.
I think it was well, they had several planes crash within a few weeks span.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, yeah, we're not really taking care of this in the engineering department.
Yeah.
I think we're just like cutting cost, maybe. Which again seems stupid because it's like, surely it's more expensive to lose an airplane than it is to invest in better machinery.
Yeah. That's kind of funny though. They're just like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just send it.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, dude, airlines are fucking scary, man.
Really? Do you have a fear of flying?
I think just like airline companies and like defense companies in general.
Sure.
Like Lockheed Martin and shit. Like if you say anything bad about them, it's like
What company are they?
they're like defense companies.
Like for the military?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like when I'm like retarded, obviously, like you already know that. But when I was in college, dude, I was like a financial analyst.
Yeah.
I did like an internship, and my whole sector was like the defense sector.
Okay.
So like Lockheed Martin was one of the companies we like invested in, dude. And I was just like reading these articles on them.
Yeah.
And I would just I would like shit my pants, dude. You know what I mean? Because they're just like such a scary company. Like if you just Google them, like the contracts.
The first thing that comes up is like killed 7
just
this
like
week.
3 dead lesbians, you know. You're like, holy shit, dude.
At least they have a mission statement of no lesbians.
They're like, if you talk shit, we'll fucking kill your whole family. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right. You know. But dude, even if you just like Google them, like
Pretty good advertisement for defense though.
yeah,
Of like, we're keeping this locked away.
for sure, yeah.
So
Yeah. No, dude, I would like any article you Google will just show like a contract that they signed. Mm-hmm. And it's just like Lockheed Martin signs like $7 billion contract, you know, and you're just like, what the fuck, dude?
and 3 dead lesbians.
But just like the money they have, you're like, wow, dude. It's like
that's
monopoly
wild.
money. You're just like, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's an amount of money where it's like I feel like they have an idea of whatever we want to do will cost this much.
Yeah.
But if we just say it's $82 million more, who's going to fact check that? So you might as well just round up to the nearest billion.
Yeah.
And then just give bonuses.
Well, it's crazy because it's like when you see that money as like a young adult, you're like, oh, they have like this is a contract, so like there's an exchange with actual money. So you're thinking, oh, like they're getting a wire transfer of $7 billion.
Sure.
But the reality of it is like that money isn't even there. You know what I mean? It's just fucking.
It's like credit.
It's like an imaginary number.
Okay.
Yeah. You know?
I don't. But I
Like
just
most of the contracts they sign, it's like, all right, this contract's for so and so. But it's not like they have that money at that point in time. They're like in the future, they're
Sure.
like, all right, at year 5, like we'll have blown up at least 6 villages.
Yeah.
You know? Like we'll be
hitting our
drilling.
numbers.
Yeah, we'll be drilling for 5 years. We'll have that at the end of 5 years. Probably not, but
Yeah.
like, you know, That's the funny part.
So is it like, if we accomplish this, you'll give us this money, or?
I mean, I heard people like big companies, they kind of just like wipe their ass with contracts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think that's where like politics come into play, dude, because they're just
Sure.
like, yeah, you owe us money. You never paid us.
That makes sense.
So we're either going to fucking kill you or like you do this for us.
Well, that's what's always confused me about like America being the powerhouse, but we're in 14 trillion in debt.
Yeah. It's just like a number.
That can't be good.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've heard different things. Like I've heard we're just always be in debt.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, fuck it. Like, you know, I just wonder what comes with that. Like how much blackmail comes with that, you know? But dude, if you saw something crazy, like if you saw like Lockheed Martin's CEO, like getting a Blumpkin
Yeah.
at like a bar or something,
Sure.
and you were just trying to take a shit and you saw the whole thing, like, would you whistleblow? Like, would you be like, yo, I saw this dude?
Well, the issue is I feel like only he would be the guy that could do anything about you not say, like, if you say I saw the CEO get a Blumpkin to the newspapers, I don't think they would care. But if you tell him I'm going to tell TikTok that is like more like, I think it would be worse for him in the face of the company if it's like they're doing this messed up stuff. But if it's sexual stuff, that's more like, hey, pay me and I won't tell people about this.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I think I would hit up like TMZ or something.
Well, I think that's what Epstein did for the most part.
Really?
I think so. I think that's why he killed himself, is that powerful people wanted him dead because he had too many secrets about powerful people.
Yeah.
So
you might just like hold on to it.
the secret?
Yeah.
No, I can't keep a secret, but I would definitely blackmail and extort. In the
I feel like,
hopes
dude, that'd take so much time though, you know?
But I think that sounds more intriguing than just going into the office and crunching numbers. Like, I would rather have that be my job.
Yeah, like your life on the line.
Yes. Yeah, that's exciting.
Dude, it's like the movies though, dude. Like,
Yeah.
That's a common theme in movies. Like,
Sure.
someone whistle blows, next thing you know, like there's always kind of like a warning shot.
Yeah.
Like someone will be on a walk in like a park and like a fucking ice cream truck will blow up like 10 feet from them. And they're like, holy shit.
It is always like, look at what we can do to innocent civilians.
Yeah.
Which I guess, is sending a message, but you'd think it would be more, let's go after his family, not just this random ice cream cart guy.
Yeah, that's true. They go
now
out,
it's just like these children are traumatized even more than the guy who we were trying to spook.
Yeah. I wonder how they go into planning that. They're like, how should we hit this guy? You know? Because they probably know so much shit about you that like you don't even know.
Sure.
You know?
Well, it's weird to think that there are jobs like that where the prerequisite is being evil.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't understand how you go from I work for this company and I oversee assets to how should we torture this guy? That seems like a, I guess, lateral move.
Yeah.
So you think that you just bring in a guy that's like, well, I tortured people at this last company.
He's like a specialist.
Yeah.
But
He's
they
like,
don't
we
even
could
have,
do
like,
ice cream, but it's a bit redundant nowadays.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, dude. Maybe like a consultant. They got to be like, they can't be internal. They got to be like consultants, you know?
sure. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I guess you could be internal and that's, your position, but it does seem kind of like you're not doing a lot in between hits.
Yeah.
You're just
You just come in
hanging
when
out in the
time's
office.
right. Yeah, like
exactly.
once every 2 years or so.
Right.
You know? Yeah. In the movies, like they always just get fucked too. If you go to court, they're like, "Listen, dude, you don't stand a chance."
Yeah, it is.
You know?
That brings back to the whole Boeing thing of like, there's
It's like, why even let it out if you know like you're gonna lose in the
yeah,
court
it
of
really
law?
does seem incentivizing for bad people to get away with bad things because they're
Yeah.
like, well, I won't get caught, and if I do, I'll just keep paying until this person's broke, and then I'll
Yeah.
just win.
Yeah, even like with insider trading, dude. Like I've literally heard like fucking CEOs just basically admit to insider trading. Not like literally, but they're like, yeah, you know, like I got friends. Like,
well, I don't understand what insider trading is, because I feel like there are people that, like if your friend gives you a stock tip,
yeah.
I feel like that could be classified as insider trading, but it could also just be a friend giving a tip of, I feel like the market does this.
Yeah, I mean, they know like what's going to happen though. Like when Trump got shot or something, like someone shorted, you know, stock.
Really?
So that would have been like,
Is that true?
but it's like, how do you, yeah.
Oh, wow.
How do you like prove?
Are
that?
you a big conspiracy theory guy?
No, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love like, I don't even read up on it, but
Sure.
like if someone has a good story, I'm like, all right, let's fucking,
I love
let's
that.
hear
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Here's the thing that annoys me though, is that it's, you know, a lot of the times they are fake, but the few times that they are real,
Yeah.
it's a very like conservative ideology to be really into conspiracy theories. And so liberal people will be like, oh, this guy's crazy, he's just doing whatever. And then whenever they're right, liberal people are just like, well, he got lucky.
Yeah, it's scary to believe everything.
Yes.
But it's also
Scary to believe nothing.
Scary to believe, yeah, exactly.
That's a good quote.
But yeah. So like when people were like when Trump got shot, people within seconds were like fake news.
Yeah.
And like
Which
if
is
you're,
what he
if you're
used
gonna
to.
post that, dude, like you got to deal with the consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I saw like a bunch of comics just put like fake news, and next thing you know, like fuck, some dude like died protecting his family.
Yeah.
Like got his fucking head blown off, and
Sure.
it's like that's why you don't, you know, jump to conclusions.
That's
like
why you don't jump to conclusions. Also, if it was flipped and Biden got shot and a Republican was saying fake news,
Yeah.
you'd be roasting him. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, man. I like to just like wait it out, and then because conspiracy theories usually come out like later on.
Yeah.
Like after years.
Sure, that
people,
is true.
People will write like books about it and shit.
Right.
You know?
yeah, because I feel like there's a certain degree of if you do it when it's hot, you have a good chance of dying. But if you
Yeah.
do it after it cools off, it's like, oh, this is cool. And people like the thing that I do like about villainous people is I think that they do recognize how fascinating it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll let you play this out.
Yeah.
And maybe feed into it as well.
Yeah, like they plan it out and they know it's going to take a long time for anyone to figure anything out. So they're
Yeah.
just like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
And even if they figure it out, they're like, we're still not going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
Even with like COVID, dude, like people have like autism now and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, bro.
there's a big spike.
Yeah, dude. And with blood, like, dude, fucking football players are getting like blood clots now and shit.
Oh,
and it's
really?
like, yeah, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, that's scary.
Like, you don't just get blood clots. You
Sure.
know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of scary, dude. Like, a few years later, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I shouldn't have, you know.
Stuck that in me.
But who knows, man? It's so fucking, it's more interesting than just being like, yeah, I believe what this fucking dipshit says. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But even like, I'll like go through phases where I'll like read books, and it's like,
good.
all right, dude, you know. I usually put the book down like halfway through. I'm like, all right, I'm good with this, you know. But
Of any book or a conspiracy theory?
just like any book, but some
Okay.
of them are like conspiracy theories.
What's your favorite book?
my favorite
Genre,
book?
maybe. Like, you struck me as a Harry Potter guy, and I'm basing it off of very little.
I stopped with Harry Potter after like the Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
You know, because I remember going to see Harry Potter in the movies with my friend's family, and I was just fully wrecked.
Just his family? Yeah. The friend wasn't there.
Yeah, I
You were
remember
fully erect at what?
Hermione, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I was like 13, 14 maybe.
Sure.
Just seeing her cast spells and shit, dude. I was like rock hard for some
Like
reason.
a woman in power.
Yeah, I had really bad OCD growing up too.
Sure.
So my friend's family was like really into Harry Potter.
Okay.
And dude, they made us all like custom wands in the garage. They had a wood burner.
Oh, wow.
They would carve our names into it.
That's pretty cool.
With the Harry Potter symbol. So I went through a phase, dude, where I was just casting spell on fucking pussy, dude. You know what
Was
I
it
mean?
working?
No, but in
Okay.
my head it was. Like
Maybe
in my
it
head,
wasn't
I was
very
like, oh,
wand.
dude, you just saved like so many people. You know what I mean?
I thought you were saying you were casting it on pussy,
Yeah.
but that was saving people as well?
Yeah, like a lot of it, my OCD had to do with like death. So it's
Okay.
like, oh, if I don't cast this spell,
Oh, wow.
like this woman will die, or like this person's
Well,
family will die.
that, if she had known what you were doing, you probably would have gotten the pussy.
You think so?
Well,
At-
if she was
at
like,
four-
you just
at four-
saved my life because you
Yeah.
cast the spell.
Yeah, at 14, maybe like a hand.
Yeah,
You know, maybe like a hand job or something.
Yeah, I think that I think the issue with the Wizarding World and like just Harry Potter and there are so many plot holes that I couldn't get behind even when I was young. First being why he has glasses. If they can fix any problem.
Yeah. You think they would have given him contacts or like
Well,
LASIK?
just surely there's a 2020 spell.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him when he loses his glasses and he's a nightmare. He's not who you want fighting on your behalf.
They didn't disclose that at all, why he had glasses.
No.
Yeah. I think he has contacts in person too.
Probably.
Yeah, what's that guy's name
Jewish
again?
Joe. Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, yeah.
Short.
Yeah, he's definitely got LASIK in real life for sure. I mean, you got all that money.
And then he has like fake glasses in the movies.
Yeah.
But Hermione never did anything for me. She was she looked kind of raggedy to me. I felt like her hair was always dirty.
Like today, or you meant like back
then?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And you're like my age too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Well, I was such like a Disney Channel, like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
That was my look.
So that was your standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Hermione was not bad in the context of Hogwarts, which I don't know if that's saying a lot.
I think it's just like, dude, when you combine wizardry with like pussy, dude,
Sure.
it's just rock hard. You know what I mean? For me, at least.
it's great.
Like witchery always got me going, dude. I don't know what it was. Even when I would watch Hocus Pocus, like a lot of those women looked like fucking
witches,
Bed Bath and Beyond managers. But dude, I was fucking cranking it to those chicks, bro.
Really?
For some reason, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I feel like they had boils.
Yeah, they had like fucking like warts the size of like a dick on their forehead. But I was like, this is what it's about. You know?
But if the magic element was gone, they would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you have to combine.
Do you like magic? I love magic.
I never really got into it, but there's something about a woman, you know, like if today, if a woman was accused of being a witch, I would be like, I'm going to get with this chick, you know, before they crucify her or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a pretty good way. I mean, I'm not condoning this, but if you wanted to get with a woman in those times, you could just be like, well, get with me or I'm calling you a witch.
Yeah, or you could pull like a porn acting scheme where you're like, if you don't fuck me, my dick is gonna turn into a fucking goblin. You know what I mean? Take over this city.
I mean, yeah, I think that would probably work.
Like, you ever see those pornos where it's like stepsis and it's like step bro, and the step bro is like, you know, this is my last day on Earth.
I never watched the plot. But I'm sure
You're missing out, brother.
That's what you
On
like.
a lot of, I think that's the whole point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess they wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't a market for it.
For sure, yeah. I've come to like just plots before.
Really?
Yeah. You gotta try. You can't knock it till you try it, man.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
I feel like my my erection always feels so ephemeral. Of like I could lose it at any moment. And so I'm focusing on the not cinematic, but like the most intense aspect of it.
So you're fast forward and right to the climax?
Yeah. Well, not to the, but like basically to the part that gets
action.
good before the climax.
Yeah, that's tough, man. To me, that's like fast forward in like an action movie, like Die Hard. You're just going right. It's like, dude, I
like
want to see
this
the build
action
up.
means nothing if you're not seeing what he's doing it for.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening to me, man, but I mean,
I think that's good. I think that's healthier than just going to
maybe.
the climax.
I mean, I think it's unhealthy regardless. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Like back in the day, like a few years ago, dude, if I saw a pair of fucking cannons, like Revolutionary War type cannons, I'd be like, this is it, man. Like I'm blowing smoke, you know? But nowadays, like.
You would watch Revolutionary War porn?
No, I'm talking about titties. Like,
oh, okay.
Like cannons.
That's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I was talking about cannons. Sure. You know? Sorry, dude, my bad.
No, it's okay. I'm autistic.
Yeah, I told you I'm a wizard, bro. You know? But yeah, man, nowadays, like, if I
now
see
that's not enough. You need to know her story.
Yeah, if I see a pair of cannons nowadays, I'm just like, oh, that's cool, but it's not really getting me to where I need to be. You know,
Sure.
For some reason nowadays, like what turns me on is just like chivalry, dude.
Really?
Yeah, like if a woman holds a door for me, dude, I'm like I gotta find a bathroom.
Oh wow. I thought you were saying you being chivalrous gets you off.
No, that's too selfish, man.
Yeah.
Just knowing that it still exists.
Okay.
You know,
I don't know if that did exist where women were holding doors for men though.
You think-
Because I feel like chivalry by definition is men doing things for women.
Really?
I think so.
I didn't even know that, dude.
I don't either, but
Yeah.
that's I personally have never experienced chivalry
Yeah.
on the girl's end. And I would love
Yeah.
to be chivalrized, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, it rocks your world, man.
Oh, I'm sure. I think that would definitely make me feel good. Because whenever when I'm trying to think of a good example, whenever somebody just does like, let's say, and this is not to blow my own ego, but like if I hold the door open for someone and then they're like genuinely touched and they're like, "Thank you,"
Yeah.
that touches me.
For sure, yeah.
And it doesn't get me off, but it definitely makes me feel like there's good in this world.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Which is
no,
hard
that
to
makes
come by.
sense. Yeah, because like if I held a door for a woman,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Chivalry isn't dead, baby," and then like showed me her tits, I would be like, "All right, that's pretty sick."
Well, that's nice. Yeah. That's a good transaction.
Combination of that,
Sure.
Yeah, you know, because like it's like a reward type thing. You're like,
Right.
wow, this pays off.
What would you do if you held the door open for her and then she showed you her tits? Would you say not here to like make the chivalry go even further, or would you just give it a squeeze and say thank you and take off?
Yeah, I mean, if it was in public at like a Home Depot or something,
Yeah.
I would be like,
I like how you put the T on.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if she showed me her tits as we were leaving,
Sure.
I'd probably take a glance and be like, "Fuck yeah, dude." I'd probably say "fuck yeah, dude" and see how she responded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to see like where things
What
go.
if it's upon coming in?
So I'm turning around.
She's kind of like a greeter.
Yeah,
Like you're just walking in.
I would be like, "Do you want to get out of here?" Like, do you
Oh,
wanna-"
wow.
Yeah, because that's like
I feel like
pretty.
that would make more sense to do it after you did your shopping, though.
Yeah, because then I feel like she's been watching me in there. She knows
Yeah,
like she knows what I'm looking for.
Because if she's flashing her tits to you,
Yeah,
empty-handed, she's kind of a psycho. But if she's doing it after you have like lumber and screws and you
Yeah.
know like manly things, that's she's like attracted to your providing nature.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest, man. Like flashing tits is it's hard to deal with. It's something where like you think about it all the time, and then when it actually happens, you kind of just black out, dude.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody flash their tits.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like imagine like
Where have you seen
Do you
it?
drive at all?
Yeah, not here, but
Yeah, but
back
like
home.
you've driven before. Like imagine being like a four-way. You know, someone like a chick pulls up next to you and just
Sure.
straight face shows you the cannons. Like what do you even do? You know?
Well, it depends how good they are. I think that if they are, because I'm not a all tits are created equal kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah.
If they look disgusting, I'll probably show that in my face.
Yeah. You'd shove them in your face.
Show that in my
Oh,
face, the
okay.
disgust.
I think you mean you'd shove them in your face, like in the middle of the four-way.
I'll show you gross tits. If they're really nice, I'd probably, I think I'd say thank you.
Yeah.
And I would be very compelled to know her story.
Yeah. I think I'd fucking peel out, dude.
To rub one out, or
Peel out? Like
you
fucking,
drive away to jerk off, I'm saying? Or?
No. Peeling out is when you fucking like blow a donut. In a car.
Right. So
Like
you would
I
just
would-
do a lap on a
I'd
freeway?
I'd do like a few laps.
That would be crazy to literally hit like 6 cars.
Well, peeling
and
out-
it's like he
peeling
wasn't
out's
drunk.
like-
He just saw a nice pair of tits.
Well, peeling out's when like you're stationary, dude, and you put one foot on the gas and the other.
Oh, so it's like a 360 in place.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably hit
You're
it.
like scraping her car.
I would just put my foot on the gas and brakes at the same time, and probably play a good song and just see what happens.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, play like "Wind of Change."
Have you been? What's Wind of Change?
It's by the Scorpions.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty majestic song.
So I don't even know who the Scorpions are.
You should play it. You don't know, like, you ever heard Rock You Like a Hurricane?
Maybe.
It's a pretty fucking sick song.
Have you been Flash before?
Yeah, man. I was at a lake. I was at this lake. It's called Saco. Well, it's a river. Saco River. Goes through like Maine and New Hampshire, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, like in the summer, man, I got invited to some like Project Etch rager there. People would go and like you just kind of get hammered on the river and stuff. But this group of friends I was with, they just kind of like rented out like an island. And these like we were at a fire, and I remember talking to this guy, and we were just having like a heart to heart, like an emotional conversation,
Yeah.
dude. And this woman just walks up to us, straight face, shows us her tits, and
Wow.
walks away. There was no dialogue or anything, man.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think I lost like 5 years of my life, dude. But
Why?
like, you know, I had been prepping for that moment for so long, and like guys talk about that all the time. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, if some chick just showed me her tits, bro."
Oh, you're
You know?
saying it wasn't as good as you thought it would be?
I just didn't prepare for
Okay.
that, you know? Because, like, if a woman shows you her tits, I feel like she's blatantly telling you, like, hey, like, let's
do
get
something
crazy,
about
you know
this.
what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm having a heart-to-heart with another dude, you know?
that's tough.
It's hard to leave that. Just be like, hey,
Yeah.
man, I'm going to go hang out with this chick.
Well, it's not only hard to leave that, it's especially tough when she's showing it to both of you.
yeah, and you don't
So
know
you're like,
who.
I'm going to take this.
Yeah.
But he might equally want to take it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a pussy, dude, so I'd probably be like, hey, it's all you, man.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you lose your virginity?
In high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a junior in high school.
That's good.
Yeah.
Were you dating?
No.
Wow.
No, it felt more like a Make-A-Wish.
Really? Was
Yeah.
she hot?
She was all right. You know, it wasn't special, man. It wasn't like a special.
Did she go to your school?
She did, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, how about you?
I lost it to this girl who I was dating who was a year older than me, but she lived in another state.
Wow. So you traveled for it?
She traveled to me for it, which was kind of cool.
Did you have like a setup going? Like did
More
you
or
have-
less, yeah. It was
Yeah.
my dad had like a dock, and there was like a chair lounge area. I
Yeah.
had that, blankets, Jack Johnson playing.
Okay.
Ran upstairs to get condoms, ran back down, and made it through a song.
Wow.
And then I was a man.
Fucking majestic, dude.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's way more emotional. I was at a party, dude, and everyone was like, yeah, John's never had sex before. And then some whore just came out of the woodworks and she was like, come upstairs with me. And I just fucking basically just blasted a load in her. No condom, dude. And then fell asleep.
And we
then,
aborted it. She
Yeah, bro.
she had to drop out of
morning-
high school.
Yeah,
It's
next
really dark.
morning, dude, I remember being like, dude, I like blew a fucking heater in this
Yeah.
chick with no remorse whatsoever. Like, so I'm like talking to my boys. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, what do I do? And like, they asked her if she was on birth control. And she said, yeah, I've been on it for a day. So I was like, oh,
That feels like not enough.
it's definitely not enough,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, she had to get the plan B and stuff.
I've been on it for a day. That's
But I was
great.
like, that was with the football team. So like, I would have to go to practice the next day and be like, holy shit, dude, am I gonna have a child with a whore?
Yeah.
You know?
Would you? If she said she's keeping it?
No, I think I mean she could have it and stuff, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, man, I would take that thing for a long drive out into the wilderness. Just tell it to run, dude. Just be like fucking. That would be sick though if I did that, dude, and he survived.
That would be cool.
He just
Even
like,
though he wouldn't know English.
Yeah.
He would just be like a wolf.
he just like met like an unknown tribe in the
Yeah.
woods. You know?
That would be cool if he remembered you and had like a vendetta
Yeah.
and killed you because of this podcast. That was how he was able to locate you.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have a different life though. I'd probably be working at like AutoZone or something, and he would probably plan ahead, you know, to find out what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he'd find out I was working at AutoZone and be like, all right, maybe I've already, like, he's already been hurt enough.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe
we
life
would-
didn't turn out
we
how
would
you
make
thought it
up.
would being a
Yeah,
single
we'd make
father.
up. Yeah.
That's kind of
Kind of a beautiful story.
yeah,
man.
that's not bad. That's a plot I would watch in a porno.
Yeah.
I don't know who's fucking at that point.
I mean, that
but-
would be a good gay porno.
Yeah.
That would actually be, that'd be pretty, like, taboo. Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that would be wild, dude. That would be crazy, man. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Like,
I got my first blowjob from a Truth or Dare.
wow.
I don't know if it wasn't Truth or Dare, but it was equally as frivolous, if you will. it was like, what are the odds? Like, blowjob was on the table, and there were 3 guys there, and it was basically whoever this lands on is getting a blowjob.
Wow.
And it landed on me.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
It was awesome.
What was the chick like? What age was this?
I was in 8th grade.
Holy
I was
shit.
which
Wow,
was
so
crazy.
you got a blowjob before you lost your virginity?
Yes.
Wow, man.
Which I think is pretty
Legend, dude.
normal.
Yeah, I mean, 8th grade, dude. That's got to be wild.
It was wait, it was the first day of summer of 8th grade. So
Holy
technically I
shit.
just graduated.
It always
But,
happens in the summer, dude.
always happens in the summer. It was pretty huge. I felt like I was ready for high school after that moment. And it was, I didn't even know her that well. That was probably the craziest thing. But you're just so in it of like, I'll do anything.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad called me midway, and maybe I answered. I don't even.
While getting a blowjob?
I think so, just because I was like, I know I'm going to be
Yeah.
able to finish this.
Uh-huh.
But this might be important as well.
Wow, dude.
And kind of like a power move. Of
Yeah.
like, I got to take this.
Wow, you're a legend, dude.
It was
the amount
nice.
of
It was very
confidence
cool.
that takes in 8th grade, dude.
Well, I think I had more confidence in 8th grade than I do now, at least with erections
Yeah, for sure.
and just like being able to do stuff in the moment.
For sure, yeah.
Now, if I
think it's more
I
of
feel
like
like I
an
can't get an
awareness.
erection within 48 hours of my dad calling me.
Yeah. That's
Now.
gotta be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Truth or Dare used to be the thing.
That was huge. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to
And
play
both
that,
were big too.
yeah.
Like everyone acts like Dare is like the big, like they might do this thing, but Truth is like, I'll take a secret over an action any day.
I think when I played Truth or Dare, man, every single time it was just a dare.
Oh, okay.
We would play in we would play in the upstairs at my house, dude. And like, I remember one time we dared my Guatemalan friend to stick his dick in this vase, and dude, he literally like had sex with this vase and like jerked off in it, dude. And dude, it was my grandmother's vase.
Was that part of the dare, or he took it the extra mile?
No, dude, it was just like a vase, and like it meant a lot to my mom because it was her mother's, and like
Were her ashes in it?
no,
Or it was just
a
okay.
vase. It was
Gotcha.
just like an antique vase, and it, dude, it meant the world to my mom. Like anytime the dogs would hit the vase, she'd like start crying and stuff. And my Guatemalan friend ended up jerking off into it, dude. Like he literally like fucked it.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. And my
Like,
sister
actually,
and
there
my sister
was-
and I didn't know the like how much it meant to my mom until after the fact. So there's just like cum in the vase, and like she was like looking for it. She's like, "Where's my vase?" And we're just like, like, you know. So yeah, we did some fucked up shit, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
But again, no one told him to fuck it.
that was the dare.
The dare was to fuck it.
The dare was like, "Hey man, stick your dick in this vase."
Yeah.
and he ended up just having like
Sure.
intimate,
Full blown.
Yeah, dude. He was like, I guess
Dim
I'm just gonna-
lights.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to show off or something.
Sure.
Yeah,
I had, and I listen, I don't know if we're losing the viewers with the vulgarity, but I used to, not used to, when I lived at home, I mean, when I was in like 9th grade, honestly, one time I was jerking off, I heard my mom coming downstairs,
yeah,
but I don't know what happened first, but essentially I came and then I hear her coming downstairs. I need to run to the bathroom, which is outside of my room and like adjacent.
yeah.
And in doing so, my penis hit the knob of the handle, and I'm in there cleaning myself up, and my mom is like, "Are you sick? There's snot on this door."
Oh,
I don't know if she touched it. I don't know if she tasted it. I don't know if she verified that it wasn't snot, but that was a moment where you have to start acting like, yeah, just give me a minute.
yeah.
And we never talked about it. So
It's probably for the best, man.
I think so.
Yeah.
Especially because even if because the first thing that comes to mind if I say that's jizz, she thinks I'm fucking handles.
You think you would have stopped if she came in the room when you were like about to come? Because like for me, dude, if I'm about to like blow a load, like nothing's stopping me, dude.
Really?
You could fly a fucking Southwest Airlines plane in my house, dude. I'm not stopping. I think there's just a certain point where it's like you can't turn back now.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think that that's a good point. No, I do think that I would, if I'm at that point where it's like here is the tip of my penis and I feel that the semen is here, I'd probably let it fly. But if I am at a point where it's like, I know I'm going to come soon, but I also know my mom is about to catch me, I'd probably clean it up. But my mom has caught me masturbating before, which was pretty humiliating.
You locked eyes?
I didn't lock eyes. I was on an inflatable ball. And
like a medicine, like a exercise ball?
Kind of, yeah. I had won it at a Six Flags 3-point competition. Mm-hmm. I was pretty wet with 3-pointers. And I brought it home. My computer was about to die, so I put it on the floor to charge. I was like, let me get on this ball for comfort because I don't want to watch porn on the floor. And then, so now I'm humping the ball. My mom comes in, but she has laundry with her. She's putting away my clothes. And I'm so paralyzed, I can't stop the video.
Yeah.
So she's just putting clothes away behind me as I'm mid hump. I'm not humping anymore, but I'm on top of the ball. And the way that she realizes it is that there's like several moans that take place. And
you were humping the ball? I
was humping the ball. Then she walks in. I'm frozen.
Wow.
But I don't pause the video. So she's putting away my clothes, and then there are like several moans that take place.
Yeah.
She drops the laundry, turns around, sees the screen, then goes upstairs.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, back in the day, man, like jerking off was, I mean, it sucks, man, because like I get really depressed sometimes because I think about like people who are successful and I'm like, dude, they're always like super consistent. And like, dude, the only thing I've ever been consistent with is jerking off. And I'm not trying to be funny, dude. Like that's, like I've never like, there's never been a day where I'm like, you know what, man, let's put this off when it comes to jerking off.
Yeah.
Every day I'm like, let's get it.
Well, I've thought about that before of like, I'm not a particularly good employee, but it's also because every job requires me to do things that I don't really want to do.
Yeah.
So like if someone was like, hey, I need you to travel around Europe and jerk off every day.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I think I could do that. Like, I think I'd be a pretty
top five
at least in the company. But if they're like, I need you to take care of these spreadsheets.
Yeah.
That's not that interesting.
It's like, how do we make jerking off like, a profession?
And I think that they, in a sense, they have. Like, if you're a girl and you're jerking off, you can very easily monetize that.
Well, it would be sick if there was like a super intelligent individual who is also really immature and he just like invented a car that runs on cum. And like your job was to just jerk off.
That's not bad.
And provide the fuel for these cars, man.
That's really not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make money by being a sperm donor, but I don't know if you
want. It's not the
want
same though. Just to know that you're fueling a car.
Yeah.
That's not only fuel efficient, but you get to jerk off all the time. It's like, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, but one, you'd get paid.
Yeah.
And two, you'd be spawning life, which I don't know.
I mean, you'd have so much passion, dude.
Of the car thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would be.
You're pretty locked in.
Yeah. It's like, how do we make what we're passionate about into like a,
I mean, it'd be good for the environment too. That's
for sure. Yeah. I don't understand why they can't, like, we can fucking fly to Mars, but we can't make a car that runs on cum. What the fuck is this shit, man?
Yeah. I mean, I think that,
because like, dude, remember,
you're making a good point.
Yeah. Even when do you think about when you first found out about jerking off?
Yeah.
That's all you were doing,
Well, I remember the first time I found out about jerking off, it was my sister's friend that asked me if I was masturbating. I didn't know what that meant. But I think I said yes.
Yeah.
And then I remember a couple weeks later, my sister said, you have to start doing that because I was going into middle school.
Yeah.
And then I looked up a picture of Carmen Electra, and then I like moved my penis like this for several minutes and just kind of heard it and assumed that was, what jerking off was. And then I told her about it. And then she said, that's not it. And then we watched what masturbating was, and it was a German guy jerking off.
Wow. That must have been electric, dude.
Well, it was interesting because I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But this does make more sense as to what jerking off is.
For sure. It's crazy how young, like, you figure that stuff out, too.
Yeah.
You know, I remember showing my Guatemalan friend how to jerk off with a stick I found on the road.
Look at what that did for you.
I know, dude. I fucking changed his life, dude.
Well, and he changed your mom's.
I know, dude. But I remember, like, being in the most professional situations you could imagine and just being like, yeah, I'm going to jerk off.
Wow.
I remember helping my uncle fucking winterize his camper.
Yeah.
And, you know, right in the middle of it, just being like, yeah, man, I'm going to go take a shit. Just jerked off in his bathroom, dude. Came back like nothing happened.
I went to my great grandma's funeral and we were at her house. And I don't know if we were cleaning the house out or just saying our goodbyes, but I went and jerked off in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I was in 7th grade. It was like the height of needing to jerk off.
Do you feel guilty at all? Or you're like,
Not really.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know her well. And again, I'm not like 20 at the time of doing that.
That's the crazy thing too, dude. When someone passes away, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
Like,
it had
stops
very
you.
little effect,
It's crazy, bro.
honestly.
I wonder if the Greek gods and shit would jerk off.
Sure.
Really?
I think so. Well, I know they were having sex with little boys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the gods, but the Greek men.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe that's because they didn't know what jerking off was, though.
Yeah, that's possible.
You know? Maybe that could have changed history.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know if anything's documented about them masturbating.
That is a good point. Well, you'd think that masturbating would be such a big thing back in the day because birth control
now that I
wasn't.
think about it, because they were, I don't even know, because like the Greek gods, like I don't even know when Christianity, they used to kill Christians, right? They were just like, you know,
Maybe.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think the Greeks like fucking what's his tits?
Julius Caesar? No, it's Rome. No. Socrates.
Fucking, who is that fucking Greek dude that everyone's obsessed with now?
Oh,
Caesar-
Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in those years, like they would kill Christians.
Wow.
But then I'm thinking, yeah, so maybe they were jerking off, dude.
Well,
Because like Christians probably wouldn't jerk off because of the whole like religious aspect of it.
yeah.
You know?
But then they're also like, if I don't jerk off and I come in this woman
Yeah.
and she has a child that I don't want, I'm fucked.
Dude, I wonder if they would like confess their. I wonder if they would spank and then confess their sins, though. You know, they're like Father.
I could see that, yeah.
You know, they're like
Because
Father.
I think that's a
forgive
pretty
me.
minor sin.
Yeah, I wonder where they were jerking off, though, dude. Do you think it would jerk off like in battle? You know,
I was thinking about this the other day. They I feel like they didn't have plumbing back in the day. So
Yeah.
they were probably just jerking off on the street.
let's say like their own homemade septic systems.
I don't think they did, unless you were like royalty.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, they would like shit in pots.
Yeah.
I wonder where they
Oh,
would put
maybe.
it though. They'd probably just transport it somewhere. You know.
I mean, that's wild to think how tough it was being alive back then.
Yeah.
And now how easy it is, yet it's still tough being alive. Like when
Yeah.
I have to do laundry, that's my entire day.
Yeah, what I can't process
Yeah.
mentally, dude, is like when you read up on that stuff, like you think about like Marcus Aurelius and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, yo, this guy was like fucking 12, dude. Like
Was he?
when you look at like figures that we read back on, it's not like they were like fucking 50-year-old, like 6-year-old men.
Sure.
These are like 18-year-old dudes
Yeah.
who are like fucking their brains
Wise.
aren't even fully developed yet.
That is pretty wild.
And we're like, yeah, these guys were the shit. And it's like they were probably retarded,
yeah.
you know? It's just hard to fucking process.
I go back and forth with that because, like, on the one hand, I think that it was pretty easy to be smart back then. Like, Socrates was like, the only thing that I know is that I know nothing.
Yeah.
And people were like, that's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
But we've had enough time to, like, you know, do stuff on our own and look back at these people, and we still say that they're smart. So clearly they were doing something.
Well, dude, I think they had access to more shit than, you know, the fucking layman. Like, it's literally just like Marcus Aurelius had access to, like, books and, like, he had mentors and shit. you know, teaching them how to read and write, and everyone
Right.
else was just like sucking their own dicks.
Yeah, well, in the context of the people that they were around, that was pretty easy. That was a no-brainer to
Yeah.
be smart. But for us to still, for people now to be like obsessed with Ryan Holiday quoting
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius is kind of crazy to me.
It's wild, yeah.
But there's Marcus.
Maybe it's because it's so simple that it's like, this makes sense.
Yeah, well, I think it's the fact that he was this super powerful king saying these super simple things. I think if it's just a random guy, people are like, who gives a shit? But for a king to be like, money isn't everything,
Yeah.
that's kind of exciting.
It is,
to
yeah.
hear.
The whole stoicism thing, it's kind of like, I don't know, man, because like I fucking see like the videos online, and I'm like, all right, let's take a shot at this, you know? Because like they have that book, like fucking with Marcus Aurelius. What is it called? It's called like Anal in the Infield or something. I forgot what it's called. But it's just it's like a stoicism book.
Yeah.
I read like 5 pages. I was like, dude, I'm gonna kill myself.
Why? Because it's just like you
so
should care about
fucking
nothing?
boring. It's
or?
so
Oh,
boring.
sure.
It just talks about Marcus Aurelius' life, and I'm like, dude, I get it, but it's like, can we fucking wrap this up?
I
man?
get that. Yeah,
You
I
know?
hate Ryan Holiday. He's kind of just quoting Marcus Aurelius for an entire book and then being like, look who quoted that. And then he sells millions.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of hyped up.
Yeah.
you know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just
What do
it's
you do
too
for
boring.
fun?
It's too boring for me.
Yeah,
I live a pretty simple life, man.
same.
You know, which sucks for comedy because it's like,
You don't have material to generate.
yeah, I don't know anymore, man. I think about it a lot, and I'm like, maybe I should just go back to like getting hammered and like eating like shit.
Are you sober?
No, but like, you know, when I was getting hammered and like eating like shit, I had more material, you know,
Sure.
more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. You know, maybe it's not that bad to live a simple life.
I don't think so. I mean, I think it feels weird living a simple life when you live in New York because there's so much happening.
Yeah.
That it's like, well, if you're going to live an Amish lifestyle, you should be in the countryside.
It's the thing, though. When I go out in New York, I'm like, dude, I could be jerking off right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the first thought that comes into my head.
Wow.
Yeah.
My first thought whenever I go out is I hope I can get an erection.
Really?
Yeah.
When you get home?
Just when I'm out, I hope at any point in time, if somebody were to test me, I hope that I'd be able to pull off getting an erection right now.
Wow. Like man or woman?
Yeah.
they
Or
were like-
thing, anything.
Wow.
Just if someone's like, let's see it.
You want to be ready.
I want to be ready. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
What
a
would you
huge thought
do,
of mine.
though, like,
Which is
mentally?
crazy because it's like, it's not even, it doesn't matter if I'm in a sexual setting. It doesn't matter if I'm not in a sexual setting. It doesn't matter if I've been getting hard for years.
Yeah. Is this a trauma?
still-
Is this a trauma thing? Like, were you tested?
One time I didn't get an erection and now it's been a fear ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened, dude?
I took 100 milligram edible
Wow.
and lost my mind.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why were you trying to get hard?
I was with my girlfriend at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you just got like edible dick.
I got edible dick, but then it was like the only way out is through or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think Marcus really said that. But of like every time, like it wouldn't work, and then she's like, "Let's try again, maybe it will."
Yeah.
But then the pressure of it not working was going into the trying for the next.
Yeah.
So then I was like 3 or 4 failures deep within a 10-minute span.
Dude, I wonder if that works during sex. If you're just like thinking about coming, like I wonder if it's like reverse psychology, dude. You know? Because like I get hard all the time when I don't want to get hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've thought
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't help
Yeah, man.
me, at least. I'm too deep.
Yeah. That's tough though, man.
Yeah.
Do you think you're ready? Like now? Like if someone tested you could be like, dude, fucking watch this shit.
I mean, I've been ready every time that I've tried flex, but again, it's still borderline.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could lose this at any time. It just takes one distraction for
Yeah.
this whole thing to blow up. So
Yeah, because I have a buddy who he came with his mind, no hands.
really,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
He said it was sorcery, but I don't know, man. I think it was
like
I think it was weed.
recently he did that, or when he was like 14.
I think it had to have been in the past 5 years.
Wow,
He said he was sweating a lot, but he
Yeah.
said he did it, and I was like, dude, you're legit a wizard.
that's pretty
And
crazy.
he was like, no, dude, it's sorcery. And I was like, all right, I'll remember that
yeah.
for the rest of my life.
Would you want that?
Would I what? Like be able to
That
do that?
power? Yeah.
I feel like, dude, you got to like make a lot of sacrifices for that, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think I could do that sober, but maybe if I was like super high or something,
Okay.
and like in a positive environment, maybe I could let it happen. You know,
What's a positive environment?
I don't even know, dude. Maybe if I was like in an open field
Oh, wow.
and like fucking Johnny Cash was playing
Yeah.
and I was just high as tits. And I'm talking like Scott's turf grow, like the perfect grass.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm completely naked.
That's
it's
nice.
like a solid day out, like partly cloudy.
Sure.
You know, I think if I
70.
had the right environment, dude, I could really push myself. And I would be sweating and probably crying.
Yeah.
But I think if I made it to like that point where you're like, yo, this is it. Like you got to put your foot on the fucking throttle.
Yeah.
I think I could let one out.
What are you just imagining cannons all around you, or?
Yeah, I'm probably just thinking about like, honestly, man, I'd probably think about just like sucking on a girl's tits.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
that's a simple man.
just me and her by the waterfront in like a Honda Accord.
Sure.
And I'm just sucking on her tits. And then I'm like, all right, have a good night.
Well, in a sense, you could, I wonder if you could come from actually doing that, no touching yourself, but sucking on tits. That
I
would
think
be an
that would be
interesting
cheating,
challenge.
though. I'm talking just
Yeah.
not just the elements.
Fully yourself. Yeah.
Like the avatar, but like jerking off.
yeah. Yeah.
You know? Like no hand, like avatar, like fucking, like you'd literally, like you would be added to the elements. You know?
What element would you be if you were in that world?
That's a good question, bro.
Thank you.
Because, like, I mean, the avatar kind of just like copies like Poseidon and all that shit. So all the like the fucking like so he's an airbender.
Yeah.
But like you're
But he
asking
can't
me,
do all of it.
yeah. So you're asking me like which one I would choose. I think I would just be Poseidon, dude.
A waterbender.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I could like
Interesting.
make girls fucking squirt and shit. You know, and they wouldn't even know.
That's the only way that you would use it.
Yeah, because I would be at like a fucking.
That's not bad though.
Because like, dude, if I was behind a girl at like a coffee shop
Yeah.
or something, and I just fucking.
Oh, so you're not even getting credit. I thought you meant like you're in bed with her and then she thinks you're really good at bed. But
No,
you're-
I mean
oh.
like I'm thinking about me at like a coffee
Yeah.
shop, dude, behind a chick, and I just fucking bend some fucking water through her legs, and
Yeah.
it like hits the cashier in the face, and she thinks she just squirted. Everyone's like, dude, where'd that fucking come from?
Yeah, wow, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think I would do air. I think it would be fun to fly.
I could see you as an airbender,
Yeah.
dude. Because you can do a lot with air. Because you can like
Yeah.
fuck with water with air.
Yeah, you can
know?
you can use it for other elements.
Dude,
essentially.
do you think you would use it to make girls queef?
No.
Really?
And I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
But I think that listen, queefing to me, I don't mean to shame, but it does nothing for me.
But I'm just saying, like, put yourself in the coffee shop situation.
Yeah.
Like making, like, if a woman pisses you off, you could potentially make her queef in public. You don't
I think that
you
would be fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
I think I could do more with, like, I could just hit her coffee with the air.
It's true. That's kind of like too generic, though, dude.
Yeah.
You know, a queef could really ruin her life.
Sure.
Because you know how females get. Like, dude, even if you say queef, like, you're getting
They
shunned
tense.
forever. Yeah.
Which is weird because it's them doing it.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, dude, you can't, like, you know, make a woman insecure these days.
Sure. Not that we
Yeah.
would want to.
Yeah. Trust me, dude. If you say queef around a woman, it's over, dude.
Really? That's interesting.
I know from experience, man.
That's really severed the ties
That's
for you.
you cross the line, yeah,
Okay.
at that point. Yeah. But yeah, man, I could definitely see you as like an airbender. It's a
can see
fucking
that too.
good show, dude. I remember the Avatar.
Yeah, that's the only like animated cartoon kind of like not anime, but like
Did you watch the new one
the live action
on Netflix?
No,
I heard it's pretty good.
really.
I just feel like if I watch it, it'll ruin all the childhood memories I have. Of, like,
I could see that.
You know, like I don't want to fucking ruin that.
Yeah, I'm a huge nostalgia guy.
Yeah.
So I watch Disney movies a lot, even when they're not that good, but just to feel something.
Just to
be
feel what it
honest.
used to feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of like I think I like feeling innocence.
I do feel like we were in the last age though of like, because nowadays I heard that like Disney, like they've always been really fucked up, but a lot of like the a lot of the storylines, a lot of the dialogue is like brainwashing kids, you know, because there's always like an inner meaning to the episode. But
Sure.
I think that's what Kanye talked about, and he got in like a lot of trouble.
What do you think they're telling kids nowadays?
I don't even know, dude. Probably just to just be trans.
Yeah, literally thinking you can be any gender you want to be.
Yeah. What is that called? Like fucking. They're saying like, if you're between the ages of like 8 and 12, you know what gender you are, which is insane, dude. Because like when I was 8, you know, I don't even remember when I was 8, dude.
I don't think I thought about gender.
How the fuck would I know I don't even know what gender was when I was 8. How the fuck would I
Right.
know? So they're just like, yeah, you can just decide. But now they have like the fucking, I don't know, man. I forgot what it's called. With like Elon Musk's kid did it. You get something to do with like hormonal fucking. It's like a surgery. Like you just like, yeah. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it.
You're saying now people are doing operations as young as 8 to 12.
So like essentially, man, like obviously I'm retarded, but I'll try to explain it. So like if you're like between the ages of 8 to 12 and you're depressed and you see a therapist, like a lot of these like fucking like, a lot of these therapists are like,
It's hormonal.
it's like you, like the whole trans thing. It's like, oh, it's because you're in the wrong gender. We'll put you through this like gender therapy, you know, to, you know.
Yeah. Where it turns out they're just bad at school and they're
Yeah.
feeling that.
Turns out they're just sad.
Yeah.
Which is life. You know what I mean? But
Turns out they're just not happy 24/7, which
let me
is
Google this
shocking.
so I don't get like shunned, bro.
Well, you did preface it with you're retarded, and I feel like that's a pretty good
Yeah.
escape.
Sorry, dude. I just have to. Wish we had a producer, dude, so I could just fucking pull this up, dude.
That would be nice.
Oh, gender affirming care, dude. That's what it's called.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they call it like the woke mind virus. But yeah, man, I guess like some kids are just like between the age of 8 and 12, they're like, yeah, like if you're in that age range, you know what your gender is, and it's like, you know. But yeah, he said his son was dead. They killed his son.
Elon Musk said that?
His son's trans.
Really?
Yeah. Well, she, I guess.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know. When I heard that, I was just like, dude, 8 to 12, bro. When I think about when I was 8 to 12,
Yeah.
watching like The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody,
Those were
to
the
think
days.
that it's like when I was depressed, you know, I was like, oh, I should be a woman. It's like,
Yeah, that's I'm not saying it's impossible, but that does seem like a leap
yeah.
as a source of the depression. But I feel like when I was 8 to 12, I was just happy almost all the time. And maybe I'm misremembering, but I genuinely feel like pre-edible,
Yep.
that 100 milligram that I took, I had very, very, very little stress because I was just a kid doing kid things, and that was fun.
Yeah.
And there was not a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't get too into it because it's literally like, I think 2% of the population, maybe, not even. You
It's
know?
trans.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's not like
definitely
a
not
fucking,
even.
it's not like an epidemic or anything. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like the affirming care or whatever.
Sure.
But it's also like if I had a son who was 8 and he's like, yeah, I think I'm a woman, I would be like, dude, you don't even know like what gender is, my man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think that you should be able to say I'm this or that when you haven't even hit puberty.
Yeah, dude, I think like when I think about when my brain fully developed, I was like maybe 24. You know, I'm going to be honest, my brain probably isn't even developed right now, but it's
Sure.
like, yeah, 8 to 12, bro. That's crazy. Like, why even have parents if you're just going to like make your own decisions? You know? That's crazy.
I feel
bro.
like I didn't make a single decision as a kid, which I love.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you know, granted, I guess you could make the argument that they could have decided you are trans now, which
Yeah.
would have been a little dicey. But I feel like that's too much of a kid to have
Yeah.
that weight of.
Yeah, but it's just going to happen, man, you know?
Yeah.
Like parents with kids like 8 to 12 are just going to be like, yeah, like you're a woman, like, you know, we're doing this.
Right.
And it's like, I guess you just got to deal with that. you know? Like, what can you do, man?
Yeah, I mean, well, 15 years ago, I feel like you could have said not that.
Yeah.
That's what we could have done.
dude.
But wow, are you a conservative guy, liberal, moderate?
I'm not political at
Okay,
all,
me
man.
neither.
Yeah.
I think I'm moderate. I think I'm just in the middle. Whatever sounds like a good idea, I'm like, sure, that's
Yeah,
to
man,
me.
the whole like division thing throws me off.
Crazy.
I just watch it. I'm like, this is cool, you know?
Yeah, it's fun
like
to
if
watch.
Civil War goes down, I'm just gonna be watching it. Like this is fucking sick, dude.
Sure.
You know, which makes people mad, but it's like I don't, you know.
Well, I don't think you have to necessarily have a choice because clearly, if you have a choice, you're wrong from the other side. Like either way you choose, people are going to be like, you're an idiot.
For sure, yeah. Either way, like you're wrong.
Are you in therapy?
No.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, it's like the way I was brought up was just to like avoid politics at all costs, you know, and it's paid off so much.
Sure.
Like the amount of time I've saved, the amount of energy I've saved, you know. But yeah, man, it's just crazy to
It's kind
just
of like
think,
the your jerking off thoughts
yeah,
take up as much time as somebody in Bushwick thinking political thoughts.
exactly, dude. Like while they're at like a fucking political rally,
Yeah.
I'm jerking off.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I'm winning.
Yeah, I feel like that's best case scenario
Yeah.
for the most part. I guess best case scenario would be you're constantly thinking about something I guess you do love, but something that's like going to further your life would be ideal.
Yeah, man. I see like hardcore liberals, hardcore Republicans, and I'm just like, dude, you're so sad, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you're wasting your time.
yeah. So you're spending so much time on shit that just doesn't even like it's one day, dude. You just go, you vote, you move on.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think it gives people purpose. They're like, this is my thing. Because everybody wants to have a thing.
Everybody wants to be controlling, dude. That's the
Yes.
thing. They're like, hey, you have to do this. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
That's what people don't
You know?
realize.
And if people can't accept that, then they're fucking insane, dude.
Sure.
You know, like if you're like, dude, I voted for this guy, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. You know? But like if I'm like, no, like you have to vote for this person, and you're like, no, and that like bothers me, then you're a psychopath,
Sure.
dude. You're like a legitimate psychopath. You
I
know?
agree with that.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I've been fine. Like, dude, can you not just live like a happy life without being political? Like, is it
Well, I can't live a happy life with being non-political.
exactly, dude?
So maybe political is the answer for me. But yeah, I just feel like it's never once have I walked away from a political conversation thinking that was worth my time.
Yeah, exactly.
We both learned from that.
Yeah, we both agreed to disagree.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The thing is, man, like, I'm not afraid to just be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I
That's
don't
good.
know the answer, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not educated on this
I
topic.
think that's fantastic.
And everyone in the world, like, obviously I'm overgeneralizing, but everyone in New York City, dude, is just like, they have to, like,
have an opinion.
yeah, they have to pretend to know.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have to do, man, is just like, when someone says something political, just be like, why? And they'll shit their pants, dude. They'll be like, I have no fucking.
Yeah.
They're just like, just because.
It's just regurgitating something that they heard.
Yeah.
Do you want kids?
I think so, yeah.
Nice.
Way later on, like in 6 years or something.
Okay.
You know, once I learn how to like shit indoors and shit.
You're shitting outdoors
Yeah,
currently.
still. But once I get past that, dude, I'm going to have some kids.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the good thing about kids is that you have a pretty big window of when you actually have to step up to be like a provider and a source of wisdom for them.
Yeah.
Like you could be shitting outdoors for the first 4 years of their lives and it would have no effect on their life.
I mean, you don't think that would like affect them?
I'm not saying you take them out to the street
Yeah.
and you make eye contact while you're shitting, but I'm saying they won't know what you're up to or that it's weird that you're not shitting
Yeah.
in a toilet.
As
They're
long
not
as
shitting
I'm
in a
like-
toilet.
As long as I'm hiding it well.
Yeah,
You know?
I think the hiding is. But even the first 2 years, you don't have to hide it. They truly won't know.
Yeah.
And who are they to judge? They're shitting their pants.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to be like, though. Like when we have kids, man. You know, like what the world's going to be like.
Yeah, I'm kind of
it's-
scared
it's
because
very
I want
scary.
kids, but I just fear technology and how consumed we are by it and how much it's going to be like, you can't avoid it. Like where if you don't have a phone,
Yeah.
you seem like a freak.
Yeah, it is weird, man. But it's also like when we were younger, like parents were saying the same shit. They were like, back in my day. But it's weird now because it's like, I think it's a little more extreme. you
Oh,
know?
definitely. Yeah.
Like,
I think right now for a parent to say back in my day, it is a huge shit. And then I'm sure when we have kids and we're saying that to them, it'll be a huge thing too. But I feel like it'll be, theirs was more technology based. Ours will be more freedom based.
yeah,
Of like, back in my day, you could just call people retarded.
yeah. And like when we have kids, there's going to be like a social like credit score and shit. Like
Yes.
it's going to be fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, I'm
You
very
know?
fearful of that.
I don't know, man. I feel like as long as like we can still tell dick jokes and like we have a good friend group, we'll be fine. Like I
Yeah.
feel like as long as you have like a few friends who you can like still shoot the shit with, and like your kids aren't pussies, like you're gonna be fine, dude.
That's big. I do feel like I'm noticing some friends become pussies though.
For sure.
Which is very disheartening.
A lot of men who have daughters become very like,
Yeah, I could see that.
you know,
Do your friends have kids?
no, not yet.
Sam.
But you kind of like, even like
You can tell he's about to have a daughter.
Yeah, like if you if you
pussifying
ever
himself.
if you ever seen a guy with a daughter, like if you say anything even remotely, like, you know, it's just like game over. Dude,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
And I get that kind of, but it's also like, dude, chill out. Like you used to be able to like joke around a little bit. Now it's like,
Yeah.
it's like
You
just 'cause
used
you have
to be
a
a
daughter,
sexual predator.
Yeah, just because you have a daughter now doesn't mean you can't like shoot the shit with the boys, man. You know, like. But dude, I think having like 2 sons would be fucking sick, man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Is that your situation growing up?
No, but if I have 2 sons, dude, I'm gonna be so happy, bro.
Okay.
Just watching them like throw hands and stuff.
Would you name one Johnny?
I think so, yeah. I'd name them both Johnny, dude.
Really? Spelled differently?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be cool.
Yeah, you think you would want a girl though, dude? Like,
I think so. I want a boy more, but I'd be very fine having a girl. But I definitely want at least 2 kids.
it's weird, man. Because if I have a girl, like, I don't want her to be like attractive, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I want like an ugly daughter,
Sure.
who's gonna be like chill. You
Yeah,
know? I'm not gonna have to
funny,
worry. I'm not gonna have to worry about
Studious.
dudes. You know?
Yeah.
So it's tough, man.
No, that is tough. I think that if I had a daughter, it would be. You want to tell yourself that you're. I would want her to be attractive, but I would also want to raise her in an environment where she's not like dependent on male affection
Yeah.
to feel worth.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. I don't even know what's gonna happen. I do have like nostalgic thoughts though, dude. I don't know if you ever have this where it's like, dude, if I could just go back in the day to like when I was playing like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and just like blow my fucking head off, that would be fine. You know?
What do you mean blow your head off?
Like to just die at like a young age.
Oh, okay.
Doing what you love.
Sure.
You know? Like
Yeah,
if
I think about
you-
that all the time. I love nostalgia, and there are things that I loved so much as a kid that not only do I not care for anymore, but I don't know what I care for that much at all at this age.
Yeah.
Just very.
I mean, just think about it, dude.
Sad.
If like if you were jerking off, like, you know, after you jerked off on that doorknob, bro, like if you just died, like you would have lived like a great life, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
would have never taken that edible. I wouldn't have known what anxiety was. I would have known that I was a man. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you might even be like Marcus Aurelius, dude.
yeah.
know?
I feel like I definitely had more things figured out when I was younger than I do now.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
Yeah, because it just gets worse, man. You know, it's
Yeah.
like to go out, like people are like, oh, it's so sad that like back in the day they would die at such a young age, but it's like, no, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
You had no regrets.
Dying at,
I mean,
like,
when I
28.
was a kid, I feel like I just woke up and I was happy. Now I wake up and it's like, I need to work out. I need to eat something healthy. I need to
Yeah.
write some jokes. I need to shower. I need to call my parents, tell them I love them. And then maybe
Yeah.
I think life isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But I have to do all of that, which is insane to me.
Crazy, bro. Like you actually know what's going on too.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe
part
that's
of
what
it.
it is.
Well, the weirdest part is I'm not that happy of a person, but I also have a good life. So it's a weird, like I would understand if I wasn't happy if I was like in a coal mine and just getting paid $2 an hour and, you know, my wife hates me.
Yeah. No, life is sick for sure. But
Life's
it's like-
great, but I
Yeah.
just can't wrap my head around how good it is and accept it.
Yeah. You would have to literally go into like a coal mine for like a week and be like, okay,
Yeah.
life is fucking sick.
I think I would, have to live a bad life or
For
a
sure.
worse life in order to appreciate what I have, which, you know, is I think the age that we live in is we want the best thing to stream. We want the best food. We want all this stuff. And there is something about being in the 70s when you just had what you had that I think people were much happier.
Yeah. Those are the most depressing videos to watch, though, like the dopamine videos.
Yes.
Where they're like, you're getting so accustomed to like this dopamine rush that when you like put your phone away, it's like, oh, this sucks. Like nothing compares to the dopamine rush you get.
And
from, like,
having the phone wasn't even that good, which like
Yeah.
really sucks.
because like back in the day, you had to like work for a dopamine rush.
Yes.
And then you got it and it was like temporary. And then it was like, all right, back to work. Whereas nowadays, it's like, oh, dude, I have this.
Let me just flood it.
Let me just look at tits all day. And then when someone asks me how I am, I'm like, this fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Sure.
crazy, dude.
I know. Yeah, I feel like tits can only satisfy you for so long before
Yeah.
you start wondering what's behind the tits.
I know, dude.
Is your algorithm just full of tits?
It's like tits, and then it'll be like dudes driving through like hair salons. It's fucking crazy, man.
like into?
Yeah, dude. It'll just be like guys like
Wow.
literally driving a car through a hair salon and like killing 5 people.
Is that a trend right now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just me.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
sucks.
surely there's enough videos to where it's an algorithm.
Which sucks, dude, because it'll be like a girl hitting like a 5-iron, and then it'll be like some guy driving like a Corvette through a fucking Asian hair salon.
Yeah.
Killing like 5 people.
Wow.
And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? You know? It's not good, man.
What do you do with that after?
I just like
Just jerk off?
I just jerk off to it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
How many times a day do you jerk off?
Just once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morning or night or?
No, just before I go to bed, dude.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Helps me sleep, man.
I could see that.
Yeah. How about you, dude?
Well, I have a girlfriend who I live with. You're
still doing it, though, dude. Yeah.
What'd you say?
You're still spanking though, dude.
I do, but it's probably once, maybe twice a week.
Yeah.
But I would say more often than not once.
Those are rookie numbers, dude.
I know.
You gotta bump those up. Man.
Well, when she leaves,
Yeah.
then I'm spanking.
Yeah, so you're like a good dude then, man. Like you're crushing it.
In what way?
Just not spanking all the time. You're not really relying on it.
Well, one, I have a fear that I won't get an erection. So it's,
Yeah.
I can't say I'm really craving jerking off that much.
So it all stems from that.
It all stems from that. And then two, kind of based in that fear, I'm like, well, I might as well save the erection for her rather than like dilute it by jerking off the night before.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. No, dude, that's no, we'll be all right, dude. Everything's gonna be okay, man. All right. Yeah, we're like, yeah, we went like an hour and 11, dude. That fucking flew by, dude.
Yeah, was that good? Was that usable?
Yeah. No, dude, that was good, man.
Okay.
It was good to see you, bro.
Yeah, good to see you.
I haven't seen you since like, I mean, obviously we did that comedy class together, but
Well, I saw you did my show recently.
yeah. But before that, it was like a year.
It was a long
It was a long
time.
time, dude. So it was good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming on, bro.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
You did great, man. Honestly, for someone who doesn't podcast
Really?
a lot, bro.
Okay, I
yeah,
hope
man,
so.
that flew by, dude. Yeah, if you don't mind sharing your Instagram, dude, and anything you have
course.
coming up for the people.
Handy Vandy is where to find me. I'm doing spots all around the city all the time. And yeah, I'm going to start posting a lot more. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah,
please.
and you have your show, dude, which is always a good time.
I have a show. It's called Rent Controlled. I run it with Andy Aloise, very funny guy. And it's every other Friday in the West Village, BYOB, 9 o'clock.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you for coming, man.
Thank you for having me.